All right, there we go. Amos Jones live and in color. With Pittsburgh Steelers now, and you're scouting some guys here, and this is probably what you do a good bit of the time this time of year.
Well, we get out a few times a year as position coaches. You know, we don't have as much time on the road as our scouts do, but came in today to see the wideouts work and also to work out Jake Rogers as a kicker.
And you did a lot of special teams. What are you doing exactly with the Steelers now?
I coach special teams.
Okay, that's kind of been your forte for a while now.
Yeah, Bruce Arians saddled me with it in 1983, and I hadn't gotten rid of it since.
Now, the years that you were here, I almost forget, was late 90s?
99 to 2002.
Right.
3 bowl games, conference championship, and a lot of great players and coaches came through.
I've talked with a number of the coaches, and there's 3 NFL coaches now out of your staff, and plus the handful of you guys that have made it to the NFL as assistants.
Right.
They've talked about the cradle of coaches at Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
I've often thought, boy, the bunch that Rick had here was
well,
pretty good.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Rick had such a long span here that there were a lot of good coaches that were here before. I mean, this program goes back to the NFL as far back as the old days with the great coaches. But it's interesting now to see John, Rex obviously, and of course my boss Mike Tomlin was here for 2 years. So it is a cradle of Cincinnati coaches. We all share a common bond with this place.
Did you at the time feel that you were surrounded by that type of talent?
Shoot, when you have good players, a lot of times coaching comes out in this. But Larry Zerline was with us for the first 3 years in Pittsburgh. Knew he was a good football coach. Obviously, saw an eye of talent that Mike had. Envisioned him being where he is right now. That's not a surprise to me that any of those guys, because you got John had a history of coaching in his family. Rex had the history. Mike was a hard worker, so you knew they would get a break and get the right opportunity to present themselves as a head coach, and it's obviously worked out.
Since you guys have left, they've got a bubble. They've made a couple big bowl games and actually sold the place out, and a little different than what it was, but you guys in a way started that ball rolling years ago.
Well, I credit Bob Goins with the vision of Varsity Village. Bob came in and presented that thing to us as coaches to recruit to. I think when I left from here, it was a model that we recruited to on a desk on a table in Rick's office. We used to tease about Varsity Village, what is that, what, an Olympic deal? But boy, he was right in what he saw, and I was glad to see the team room was named after him down in the football side of it. I think the biggest thing that would shock all of us that haven't been back, I haven't been back since '02. We come and play the Bengals every year, once a year, and I usually go to Martino's and see those guys before the game. But
it's a safe place for you.
You bet. And so the biggest thing that I would say is Cincinnati was smart, and Bob saw the vision of building around the stadium. You had the basketball structure here for years. The football stadium was still maintained because there's a lot of schools that don't keep their own campus stadium.
How fun is it to coach in Pittsburgh? I mean, the fans are just diehard. The team is always good.
For me, it's a pleasure because of the Rooneys and because of Coach Tomlin and our coaching staff. It's a lot like coaching at Alabama and playing for Coach Bryant. You got a chance to win every time you walk on the field. Our players do a great job of executing our plans, and obviously the Rooney support is great, and the fans are ardent and they're supportive, and they're always going to be there for you, which is a great thing, even on the road.
All right, Amos Jones, good to see you.
Good to see you. Appreciate it.